All right, what is going on, guys? Paul James, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to talk about something really cool. We're going to talk about how you can actually make $300 providing a service that's going to help a lot of business owners. All right, so if you're excited for that and you like to make money, do me a favor right now and smash that like button for me. I'm really excited to break this one down, and I'm going to share with you everything, the reason why this service is fitting, how you can get started doing it, and just everything, all the nuts and bolts to it. So let's go and dive into it. Also, before we jump on my computer here, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you're gonna wanna make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on, because in the next few days, I'm gonna release another killer tutorial that I do not want you to miss. So go ahead and do that for me right now. All right, let's jump on the computer. All right, guys, I want you to check out this article here. On this article, the headline of it is, and you can see the website is on engadget.com, FBI sees cybercrime reports increase fourfold during COVID-19 outbreak. And you can see here it's saying instances of cybercrime appear to jump by as much as 300% since the beginning of the pandemic. It's now receiving, the FBI is saying the Internet Crime Complaint Center is now receiving 3,000 and 4,000 cybersecurity complaints every day. And that's up from the average of what is usually only 1,000 complaints a day, which I mean is still a lot, right? But we're seeing almost 4 times that amount on some days, which is absolutely insane. So I want you to think about this, because this is really, really important. If you're a hacker, think about the kind of person that you're going after to disrupt their business. Are you going to go after the Fortune 500 company that has, you know, all kinds of cybersecurity experts already on payroll that are sitting there 24 hours a day? They probably got someone there that's trying to defend against this kind of stuff. Or are you going after the little guy, you know, the solopreneur who is already struggling during this pandemic? They already have been affected heavily by it. Are you going after them? Right? I mean, think about it. If you're a hacker, that is probably who you're going for. Think about how many websites that you might actually have out there right now. Okay, I can think about all the websites I have. I think just on one of my servers alone, I maybe have like 54 sites that I can think of. And it may even be more than that. And I have a couple different web servers out there. So just think about that. All of these different websites, the potential that you leave yourself open for risk. And I've had some pretty scary stuff actually happen when I didn't have my security in place on my websites. I can remember one time where someone came in and they exploited a WordPress theme that I kind of completely forgot about. I didn't update the theme. I forgot that the WordPress site was even out there. It was a site that wasn't really actively used all that much anymore. And what ends up happening is sometimes people find exploits, or hackers, they find exploits in certain outdated plugins or outdated themes. And this is just one of the way that hackers use to get into stuff, right? But they find these vulnerabilities in these themes or these plugins that are not secure. And what ends up happening is once they exploit it, they figure it out, they will post it to the internet, to these different forums, and they will share what the vulnerability is. And then what happens is you've got these hackers who go out there and they just search all of the websites online and look for who has this specific theme or plugin installed and who hasn't updated it. And then they're able to mass exploit it on a massive scale. And this happened to me once, and all of my websites went down. And actually I had a couple client sites that went down because of it as well. Now think about this. I think it was a heating and cooling company. Every day they're getting phone calls from the work that we do for them. And then one day, boom, their website goes offline. And it actually doesn't just go offline. They actually uploaded a bunch of crap to it that had nothing to do with heating and air conditioning. Okay, and just think of how embarrassing that was for me. And this happens to people all the time. And this was before I really took this stuff seriously. And it can happen to anyone, right? Because there's always stuff that goes on, which is why I'm talking to you guys about it today. And there is a way to actually protect against it as best as you can. And you can actually make some money off of doing it by doing a good service too. But they went down, they stopped receiving phone calls, their ranking started to tank. And guess who got stuck? I didn't have a backup at the time. Now I make sure I back up all my stuff. So even if it does get hacked, my website, I just go back, revert to a backup, make sure it's updated this time, and then restore the backup. But guess who got stuck fixing all of those websites that went down for free? I did. I got stuck fixing them all for free. So you do not want to be in this position. And not only are your clients going to lose money, but you end up losing money too. So I want to go back to my computer because I want to share another story with you, because this recently just happened to a friend of mine. And I want to share what happened with his site because it's actually kind of crazy. So he shared this post with me, and you can see here when he did a search for his name, this is what comes up. A bunch of like Chinese writing. They took over his site. Fender Warn 50s Telecaster. Looks like they were trying to sell guitars or something on it. Maybe they were doing this for backlinks. I don't know, but this is what happened with his site. And actually, like I said, I experienced something similar with my clients' sites even that got hacked in the past. And this is what they do. They inject a bunch of spam content onto your site. But more importantly, look what ended up happening to his rankings. Now, he was ranked #1 for this keyword. You can see it's Hawaii SEO. You can see here what happened. He dropped down to the 3rd page of Google. It looks like right around the 30th result from just having that hack in there. Now think about all of the lost business, all the lost wages from not having that ranking anymore. And not to mention all of the bad stuff that got injected into the site. So he did end up fixing it because, like I said, if you're smart about this stuff and you have backups in place, or you have someone on your team that can help you with this stuff, you could get it fixed, or it never happens in the first place, hopefully. And within 48 hours, now he's back up and going to the first ranking again. Here's what Nick actually did that kind of impressed me. Nick said, I need to make sure that this doesn't happen again, and I need to make sure that this doesn't happen to my clients, most importantly, because Nick can go and just fix this stuff, but what ends up happening when it happens to his clients? Well, then you end up in a situation like I ended up in where you're redoing everything for free, right? Which you don't want. Nick decided to put together a package that he ended up going and charging his clients $300 for. And you can see here, he called it a website security setup. He's going in and doing stuff that is going to be protocols to hopefully prevent this from happening to anyone else. But in the process, he's getting paid $300 for it. So he used this to actually upsell another potential service. Now, this could be a good way for you not only to upsell your existing clients, but you could go and get new clients for this and use this as a foot in the door strategy. I would recommend going out there, and anyone who has a WordPress site, go out there and try and upsell them this, or try and get your foot in the door with this method. And again, invoice them $300. It's a pretty simple process to go and actually beef up their website security by installing some different WordPress plugins and doing some different things to actually help with that. I talked to Nick and asked, what did he do? What were the different things that he did on this site to actually improve things? So the cool part is that Nick's brother is actually a cybersecurity professional in the military. And he actually works on this kind of stuff all day long. Like, this is what he does. So Nick and his brother put together this whole package of what they do for their clients. And Nick held like a training basically for his students to show exactly what they do. They have like a checklist of everything that they go through to make sure the security on the site is like up to par and beefed up. And he put this package together, and I saw it and I was like, hey, do you mind if I share this with my crew? And he said, no problem, share it with them. So I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video. It was their private behind closed doors training. So no one else really has access to this other than, Nick's tribe. But he did give me permission I could share it with you guys so that you can go and make sure that your security is, up to par. You can go and employ these tactics on your clients. And if you want, you can do what Nick did, and you can charge $300 to use this either as an upsell for your existing clients or as a new foot in the door to get your foot in the door with your with new clients that you want to actually go and provide this service for. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to make sure to put this out there and, put it on your radar so that you know that this stuff is going on and that you can protect yourself against it. Now, if you want to learn another strategy as well, go ahead and check out this video right here. It's a cool Chrome extension that you can use to make $700 with. And I really like it. It's really awesome. And also subscribe to me here on YouTube if you're not already. I also post daily content over on my Instagram. And again, I will leave a link below to that special training with Nick on cybersecurity. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Peace out.